What is a safety culture? It's an organizational culture in which not only safety but also occupational health are given priority in the way people think and act. How strong is your safety culture? The best way to understand a safety culture is in terms of an evolutive ladder. Each level has distinct characteristics and is an improvement on the one before. The range runs from the pathological through the reactive to the calculative, and then on to proactive and the last stage that we call the generative. Pathological is where people don't really care about health and safety. They are only driven by regulatory compliance and by not getting caught. At this level, you can hear people saying things like, "Of course we have accidents, it's a dangerous business." Bad news is ignored. Reactive is where safety is taken seriously, but it only gets sufficient attention after things have already gone wrong. People say things like, "You have to understand, it's different here." At the reactive level, managers say that they take safety seriously, but feel frustrated. If only people could do what they are supposed to. We need to force compliance. Bad news is kept hidden. The next level is calculative. This is where an organization is comfortable with systems and figures. A management system has been implemented successfully, and because health and safety are taken very seriously, there is major concentration upon the statistics. Bonuses are tied to them. Bad news is tolerated, but still unwelcome. In calculative organizations, lots of data are collected and analyzed. People feel comfortable by making changes to procedures and processes. There are many audits, and people begin to feel that they secured the situation. Nevertheless, businesses at this level still get people hurt and are surprised when this happens. The system should have worked. The proactive level is moving away from managing health and safety based on what happened in the past to really looking forward and not just working to prevent last week's accidents. Proactive organizations consider what might go wrong in the future and take steps before being forced to. Proactive organizations are those where the workforce become involved in practice, not just in theory. They analyze the causes of the accidents in depth, but also pay attention to dangerous situations and near misses. Suppliers and contractors are rated in terms of their safety record, not just because they are the cheapest. The more an organization climbs up a ladder, the more the level of informedness and trust increases. Informedness is about managers knowing what is happening in their organization and where the problems are. The workforce knows exactly what managers expect. No mixed messages. Because managers and workers are aligned, this builds two-way trust. People know what is expected from them and that they can be trusted to do it. There is less need for bureaucracy, audits and supervision. People often accept responsibilities. You can count on me. Generative organizations set very high standards and attempt to exceed them rather than being satisfied with a minimum compliance. They are brutally honest about failure, but use it to improve, not to blame anyone. They don't expect to get it right all the time, as long as they continue to get better. Management knows what's really going on because the workforce is willing to tell them and trust them not to overreact by hearing unwelcome news. People live in a stage of chronic unease and are aware about what could go wrong. They are trying to be as informed as possible to get prepared for whatever will be thrown at them next. At this level, bad news is actively looked for because it provides the best opportunity to learn. So messengers are trained and welcome. Analyzing a safety culture in terms of this evolutive ladder provides a route map where every team or company has a certain level of culture maturity and can see which one of the latter steps went wrong, where they have been, where they currently are, and what the next step looks like. Where is your organization? Would you like to progress up that ladder? And what would you do to start moving to the next level of maturity?